the classic thing for us males, particularly, is that we can't ask for help. We've got to come up with a solution and fix the problem ourselves. We're the fixers. This is what we've been bred to do.
Yeah.
I know certainly in my younger years, I felt that little bit of shame for going out and asking for help, but I realise now how utterly ridiculous that is, because we're all here to support each other, and we have had hours and hours of discussion in the middle of the night over Siberia, talking about spirituality and how we are all connected to each other in everything we do. And certainly we've had a few years even since then, and I become stronger in my spiritual understanding, and that we need to be part of something much bigger than ourselves. You do as well. But again, how do we can't change. So that captain that you were flying with, is there any way of changing him other than setting an example? Because I find this with my kids. You've got a little chap now pointing the finger and saying you should do this and you should never work for them. It never works with anybody, does it?
I think my my philosophy, which comes from my my background and my spirituality, the Hindu philosophy that I have through my family, is that I had to forgive the guy within myself, because his problems, his issues, if you like, are his problem, and it's only my own mental state that, if you like, allowed me to become upset. So we are, we're in control of our own bodies, if you like, our own. We're only responsible for ourselves. We can't control other people, but how we react to other people is all within ourselves. So we can react to somebody, angrily or whatever. But what we really should do is just think that they're in that situation. They're causing us, or seeming to cause us, a problem because they have an issue. And so in a way, it's like I have to feel sorry for that person, even though they seem to be causing me difficulty. I have to be the bigger person and say, well, actually, it's because you're going through a hard time that you're treating other people in a bad way. And so it's very difficult, but to try and get to that point of, it's his path and I have a different path.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, that comes down to the basics, is the self-awareness of understanding how we're reacting to somebody else's behavior, what the triggers are, because at the end of the day, we are responsible for our own emotions. It's very easy to say, you're making me feel like this and you caused me to be upset. Even the other way around, you make me happy. You hear this in songs and in love sonnets all around since time began. It's actually, nobody is making us feel anything. We are feeling that way, and there is a trigger. So we can automatically say, you're the problem, and I'm, by doing that, we're effectively thinking ourselves as a victim of something that is unfair, and it's just the way it is. This is the whole thing about spirituality, understanding that we are just beings. I love the whole idea. The way I reset myself when I feel as though I'm going down an emotional rabbit hole is to think, as the spiritualists say, we borrowed our body from the earth. We're all part of the same system. We borrowed our body from the earth. So we're just a being. We're a spiritual being. Some people might find this a bit, this doesn't really make sense. This is all a bit too heavy for me. But it takes me out from myself, from my identity of thinking, well, I'm okay person. I haven't done, what have I done wrong here? What have I done wrong? Because I immediately note that I'm becoming a victim in that situation. But it's very hard, isn't it? When you're sat next to in that claustrophobic environment, our progression through the channels is being held back. It's extremely different.